key is we always look into the future. And that's why we delete our files. We got a 3-year attention span. You ask them, what happened in 1991? Other than some key events that happened personally where my mama died, my daddy died. No, motherfucker, what happened in the world in 1991? Other than some key personal events, he wouldn't know shit. This is not just black people, this is what is called a postmodern society, and this is white people too. You see, this is the way they train us, and that's the cattle thing. Keeping you in the future, especially, we got locked into that. Because the damn nigga done told you one day my children will walk hand in hand with some crackers. Fucking Martin Luther King, that idiot. Fuck him when he spit on his grave. Right. Take it or let it alone. White man, I think shit got real quiet. Fuck him. You don't understand a government conspiracy from the get-go. Now, wait a minute here. If I told you about this book, The Black Sun, last night, and they talked about all the shit they had in World War II, and that means the government is advanced. You think that this conspiracy thing that you hear all this New World Order thing started 2 or 3 years ago? Hell, Bill Cooper said that shit started in 1775 in America, when America was started. So if they have conspirators that started it in Bavaria years before America even started, why the hell you don't think that the 1950s and the 1960s would be an ongoing conspiracy when they showed you JFK and they killed his ass on the conspiracy? And the cracker was right on the damn movie. Go back and watch the movie. When the white boy was telling his wife, and the black woman was standing up and had just killed Martin Luther King. And he looked at his wife and said, you don't think that and the Kennedy shit is connected? You see? It's connected. So right there we were talking about people that even to let him march down the street in Selma, it was all a government plan. You gotta understand that. Didn't Dick Gregory come and tell you that that half the Jews wrote all this I Had a Dream speech and shit? Yeah. So if the Jews and all them wrote all this I Had a Dream speech, why the hell wouldn't he be fucked up? Like I'm proposing that motherfucker ain't shit. And that's how they rule our ass. Check? Y'all all right? Okay. Let's deal with some things. They came on TV about a month ago, 2 months ago, and they said that most males will have a less risk of a heart attack if they give blood. What kind of shit is this? If you would have a less risk of stroke and heart attack if you gave blood. Now that's the key to let you know that what they're dealing with here is this whole blood drive thing. Trying to give your blood. Now when you go see the movie Gattaca, which is going to be one of the primary movies that you see, and I don't see, do they have that in the bootleg video?
Yeah.
You saw it in the bootleg movie video?
Yeah.
Well, because that's the end shit up here.
Gattaca.
So Gattaca. So that should be the primary function to try to understand, because you slept on extreme measures. Huh?
Everybody gave all that.
Okay, let's get into that right now, because I want to do that, because that's not on my notes, but I dealt with it a couple of months ago, so let's deal with that now. First of all, we understand that there is, we understand, and if any sisters out, anybody want to come in, remember we got chairs for the sisters out here. You know what I'm saying? The hard heads can sit on the floor, it don't matter. So the Betty Shabazz thing was this. They have a government policy that is dealing with the Heru and the Osirian drama, as well as Hamlet. Shakespeare took Hamlet from the Osirian drama. Hamlet is coming from the Osirian drama, which is actually Heru. So there's always the role of any hero. The role of any hero. I told you about a hero with 1,000 faces. You need to study the hero thing. Get this book. Show you this. show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Y'all all right? We're going to slow down because we want to... The role of any hero. Here's a book called The Quest of a Hero. Edited by Robert A. Siegel. Robert A. Siegel. The role of any hero is that if you notice the father or the grandfather or maybe even the mother, some parent always gets killed and the child always comes back to avenge the father's death. That's the role of any kung fu movie you see. Because the father was either the master of the temple and the master got killed, and they're getting that from the ancient hero myth in all cultures. All cultures. This book is coming from Princeton. Now, isn't Princeton Ivy League? Is Princeton one of the Ivy League? So now, when you deal with the Ivy League, you ain't dealing with no bullshit here. You're dealing with the crackers that run things. So this Quest of the Hero book is coming from Princeton, which means not only is it the collegiate book of the Ivy League or the system, but we understand that the government has the Ivy League as its major universities in which it does its research through. So in this book they have an outline of the Quest of the Hero, and we might read some of it today to tell you exactly what that is. One of them is when the father dies, just like the head root drama, the son always comes back to avenge the father's death. You see what I'm saying? So, the government knowing this, at the particular time, understood that based on the head root myth, and based on what they have studied, and they understood because they thought that Malcolm X was the Christ.
Right.
They thought he was the Christ. They knew if Muhammad was doing this stuff and saying this particular strange mythology, that they happened to look in the same esoteric doctrines and get. Now, how the hell he gonna say the white man the devil? Which they got the same shit out of there coming from the people from India told them this, and Tibet. They got scripts of Tibet on how the white man was created. So Rudolf Steiner translates some of these scripts from Tibet and India and put in his book Atlantis and Lemuria on the white man being the devil and created. And then his best friend he hung out with, his contemporary of that day, which was H.G. Wells, wrote The Island of Dr. Moreau based on the Yakub story. Which you gotta go back and study The Island of Dr. Moreau. Because his last product was a little white girl, which was a step down from that little monkey boy. You get the thing, how many people saw the movie. And they always get their best actor to play that. Marlon Brando. So now, based on this particular information that came out of the libraries that they had accommodated all this particular information from the last 130 years, they knew, or they thought for some reason, that Malcolm X was the Christ figure. If Honorable Muhammad could talk about, know this particular information, this man come out, ain't scared of no crackers, just talking shit. They knew that the farm boy, they could manipulate him at the time. I'm talking about, the whole civil rights movement. So they thought that Malcolm X was the Christ. Even in their book, The Judas Factor, they said that they worked night and day to destroy the Nation of Islam because of Malcolm. They were scared of Malcolm X. And even to the point that they realized that Malcolm X never did say anything about he changed his mind based on Islam. He just made one observation that maybe if the cracker converted to Islam, he might be able to behave himself enough that we might have equality. He never said nothing about I've seen people, this old bullshit that Spike Lee put out. But anyway, nevertheless, they worked around the clock because based on their analysis, they got people that listen. They came see about a year ago.